guys, welcome back to West Texas Bushcraft. Well, guess what? Old Jimmy Squatch and I decided we'd come out and have a little camp and do a little videoing for you. So hopefully this will be pretty good. Wind hadn't blown all day until we got out here, so that's awesome. I hope you can hear me okay. But we just got here. Campsite's a little dirty. Trash everywhere. I'll clean out the fire pit, gather some wood. It'll be a good time tonight. So hang around, see what we can do. Maybe have some fun. Okay, special thanks to the people that were here before us leaving their trash. Gives me some good stuff to light up. What I wanted to show you while I'm out here is an easier way to make your tinder. Now I see a lot of videos around where people like to take the cotton ball and flat soak it in Vaseline. That works pretty well. What I found works just as well, if not better, at least for me. It all just depends on how you like to do it. But I like to take my cotton ball, stick my finger in there, make a cup out of it. And then I take that finger, go get me a blob of Vaseline out of the jar, and then stuff it down in that cup and pinch it together. And why? Because I can fuzz this up a lot easier and have to throw fewer sparks at it to get it to light up into a nice fireball. And then it'll melt that Vaseline down in there and burn like a candle instead of the whole thing having to catch. Because man, you're out here, you're getting nasty and you get Vaseline all over your hands, you're going to get crap stuck all over your hands. And I don't know about you guys, but to me that's just a major pain in the butt. I prefer not to do that. So I'm going to fuzz this out. I'm going to go ahead and get my fire started, because the meal I'm going to show you that I made to bring out camping takes quite a while to cook. It was a trial and error thing, but man, even though it takes a while to rehydrate, dude, it is tasty stuff. So I'm going to take this wad of cotton here. It's all fuzzed out now. Made the little cup, poked my Vaseline down in there, and theoretically this thing should go up with just a couple of sparks. I'm going to use the good old Swiss Army knife with the hacksaw slash file, and then the old cheap Coleman made in China mag block fire steel. So hopefully I was able to do it with a really good high dollar hot fire steel, but let's see if we can get it with this El Cheapo. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. So I'm just going to pick that up, toss it right in there. And it's catching. Just throw all my junk on it. We got one spark. That thing was good to go. Let's get us some little kindling here. Hopefully that stuff will catch quickly. There. How about that? It took zero time. Just keep it in a little snuff can. I got about 6 or 8 of those in there. Pretty sweet. Really, really easy way to get your fire started. My new favorite tinder. So I'm going to show you the meal I've got for tonight. Yeah, how about that? That's homemade. That is my homemade custom West Texas Ratroddaddyo chili. Oh boy, can't wait to eat some of that. Let's open this thing up and I'll tell you what's all in it while I open it up. This stuff is my own homemade recipe. Dehydrated. It's awesome. I love it. I had it last time. Last time I made it just a little bit rich, so the next time I make up a big old batch of this stuff, it's going to be a lot less rich. So what I've got here, I'll just kind of roughly tell you how I made it. If you have a dehydrator, that's what you want. What I've done is I took up an onion, chopped it up all nice. See these white pieces here? That's chunks of onion. Chopped it up into rings and then broke it apart. I actually dehydrated the rings and then broke the rings apart. And then here is some tomato sauce. I took the tomato sauce, poured it in some old Tupperware or whatever those disposable plastic containers are, poured it in those lids, threw that in the dehydrator, and dehydrated that. So don't worry, I will show you how to make some of this stuff later, but I already had this stuff made up. So I dehydrated that. I took a can of diced tomatoes, poured that out. I poured the juice separately, dried it, and then took the diced tomatoes and laid all the pieces of diced tomatoes out on the dehydrator vanes or fins or whatever you want to call those things, and dried those. Last but not least, for the drying portion of that, I like to make my chili with breakfast sausage. You know, the stuff that you get in the little tubes or whatever, all down at the pound. I think Jimmy Dean's my favorite, so I get that stuff. I took the breakfast sausage, ground it up, and browned it. It's down in there somewhere. Oh, and if you recognize that can, yeah, that's what I'm going to eat out of tonight. But yeah, I took that, cooked up a pound of that stuff, ground it all up, browned it up all nice, and then laid it all out around the dehydrator. Dehydrated that stuff. And let me tell you, man, when that stuff dries up, it squeezes all the oil out of it. So this is basically just 98% fat free. So what did I do to add the chili fixings in there? Well, see all those real dark stuff, that's all that tomato sauce. That's awesome. But then you got the powder down in there. That's chili powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, and I even threw a little extra onion powder in there just for grins. But yeah, the chili powder, let's see here. This whole thing, the pound of meat and the onion and the garlic and the tomatoes, all of that made one good size, like a 3-quart pot of this stuff. And I just, that's, if I was going to make it like that, that's about what it'd be. It'd be a 3-quart pot. But I did all my dry ingredients. I just took all the canned goods and dried all that stuff of what I'd normally make a pot with, and then cooked up the ground sausage and dehydrated that, so that way I could break it all apart and divvy it up evenly into my little bags here. So, pretty nifty. The measurements for the chili powder, I'd say for each one of these probably has about 3 tablespoons worth of chili powder, maybe about a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and probably a good teaspoon of garlic powder. Makes for pretty good chili fixings there. Also took a few little grains of sea salt, tossed in there, and then put some fresh black ground pepper in that as well. So that makes for great stuff. This will wind up being more or less a soup or anything. And now the problem with dehydrating the sausage that way is it made it nice and hard. So this is actually going to have to cook for a long time. Alright, since I don't have any fancy freeze-dried machine, I have to work with dehydrator. So this is going to take a good hour to cook up. So what I need to do with that is I add my water in there, and I got to bring that to a boil. And then as soon as it boils, I have to take it off and let it sit to the side and stay warm for roughly about an hour, so that way that sausage can rehydrate. All the vegetables rehydrate pretty quickly, but that stuff, it does not. And I looked into a freeze-dried machine, having absolutely no idea how much that stuff costs, and then promptly said, no, I can't afford that. That's retarded. What was it? 30 grand for the base model freeze-drying machine. Yeah, not gonna happen. Supper update. Ratroddaddyo chili. And let's see if I can get some of these onions here. Look at that. There's some tomato. Boy, it's coming together nicely. Little chunks of onion. They're in there somewhere. So there's a sausage. It's still a little stiff. Stiff sausage. Yes, I said stiff sausage. There you go. There's an onion. Look at that. All fully rehydrated and cooked. Good deal. Now we just wait for that sausage to rehydrate. Man, look at that. Boy, doesn't that look tasty? Trust me, it is tasty. Still waiting for the chili. It's getting a little closer. Little bit. It's been over an hour. I've got to find a better way to do that. It's okay, in the meantime, I'll just drink my cup of tea. Should have been from the UK or something, man. I love that hot tea. So is the old Jimmy Squatch, isn't that right, Jimmy Squatch?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now his meal only took 20 minutes to get ready, so he's already eating. Good thing I had a good lunch. What you chowing on, old Jimmy Squatch?
Bison stew.
Ooh.
From Hawk Vittles.
Ooh.
Good stuff.
Yummy. Sounds good. Oh boy. That Hawk Vittle stuff's pretty good. Mighty tasty. Smells fantastic too. Tastes pretty good? You like it?
Definitely good.
Alright. Sorry I didn't catch the package before. He must have been really hungry, or I'd have shown you the package, but yeah. We'll see. Maybe next time. Sorry guys. Let's see here. I think we're close enough. Can you see it? There it is. There it is. Yeah, we're close enough. Let's have us some chow, shall we? Looks mighty tasty. Finally gonna sit down and eat some of this. Let's see if it actually, the sausage is still hard or if it's soft. Rehydrated. Man, look at that. The sausage is not hard. We have soft sausage. Pretty good. A little much water, but that's okay. I like soup, and I need to rehydrate, so it's all good. Don't worry. I'll get a video up later showing you how to make your own West Texas Ratroddaddyo chili. Guarantee you fellers and chicks will dig it. So I'm going to let you guys go take a break while I eat. It's not fun to watch people eat. Make you hungry yet? Go get you something to eat.
And I'd like a glass of cold gravy with a hair in it, please.